So topic for today is JavaScript functions. Okay. So like you assign a value to, so why do we use functions and all? We need to understand this. Okay. So if you have to write the same script multiple times, let us take one small example. A plus B. A plus B. You have to write this A plus B line 10 times. Instead of writing it 10 times, what I do is I will create a function. In that function, I'll write the script. I'll call that function 10 times. So usually we all know. So you will assign a 10 value here. You have a 10 value. It's actually a number. You are assigning it to JavaScript variable where A is equal to 10. You are assigning a value to this JavaScript variable. Getting my point? This is a JavaScript integer type. I mean, number type data type. You are assigning number to this particular JavaScript variable. Why are you assigning this particular number value to this particular variable? You want to reuse this 10 value multiple times, isn't it? I can use this A variable throughout scripting, right? I can reuse this variable throughout scripting. Let me just go to the background script. So where A is equal to 10, guys. I can reuse this A value throughout scripting, right? Let me just show you. I'm able to reuse the variable, right? Similarly, if you want to reuse the script, you can use functions. Getting my point? So let us say, guys, let us take A plus B. Function add values. This is how do you will declare a function, guys. Using function keyword, this name can be any name. You can give any name here. Okay. Getting my point? gs.print this function is to add two values. Okay. You declared a function. Using function keyword, this name can be any name. You can give user define, can be any name. And I'm actually printing this value. Okay. This function I can call it using this function name and parenthesis. Okay, getting my point. So if I call this function, this line will be printed. You can see I can call this line any times using this function. Okay. Okay. 5, 5 comma 5, 6 comma 6, 7 comma 7, 8 comma 8, 9 comma 9, 10 comma 10, 11 comma 11, 12 comma 12. 5 plus 5, 10. So what I am doing here is I am taking A comma B. GS dot print A plus B. You can see here 5 plus 5, 10, 6 plus 6, 12, 7 plus 7, 14, 8 plus 8, 16, 9 plus 9, 18, 10 plus 10, 20, 11 plus 11, 22, 12 plus 12, 24. What am I doing? Here I am calling this add values function. Inside that I am passing A value and B value. Here I am getting that A value, I am getting that B value. I am adding it and printing those outputs. Getting my point? So instead of using A plus B, I am using A plus B at one place, right? Normally what we have to do? gs.print5 plus 5. 5 plus 5. So similarly, you have to use gs.print 6 plus 6. Instead of doing that, what I have done, I have created a function. I call that function. Inside that function, I have passed two parameters. Those parameters, you are receiving it here. And you are adding them here. Getting my point? Hmm? అర్థమైందా రాజా? Okay. So similarly, if I want to divide two values, or if I want to subtract two values, you can create another function. Instead of A plus B, A minus B. Okay. Subtract values. Comma 5. Means 10 minus 5. Please go on mute. Please keep yourself muted, guys. Okay. 20 comma 5. 30 comma 5. 40 comma 5. 50 comma 4. 20 comma 10. Okay. 10 comma 2. 12 comma 3. 15 comma 5. 20 comma 10. 20 comma 20. 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 Sorry guys. You can see 10 minus 5, 5. 20 minus 5, 15. 30 minus 5, 35. Sorry, 30 minus 5, 25. 40 minus 5, 35. So instead of using the same line multiple times, I've created a function. I've called that function, right? Hmm. I will give you one requirement. I am going to explain one requirement now. Okay. I am giving full name function. Okay. This one, F name. This one, user defined guys. L name. Okay. F name plus L name. Okay. Full name Uday, comma, Kishore. Ramesh Kumar. Suresh Kumar. Mahesh Santosh. Okay. You can see it will make it as full name. Uday Kishore, Ramesh Kumar. It is you are passing first name and last name. It is actually taking it as full name. Okay. Guys, in the functions, you are passing inputs. First name and last name, these are inputs. Last name is output. Okay. Last name is output. Getting my point? So instead of printing that, what I am doing is I am storing that in a variable where full name is equal to. So that output I can pass it in the return statement. Return full name. So first name and last name is an output, and full name is a first name and last name is an input. Full name is an output. So instead of writing gs.print here, write gs.print here. Okay. What it does, you are passing Uday and Kishore as an input, you will get full name as output, and that you are printing using gs.print. Let me just run this one. Isn't it? Earlier, what I have done, I have used gs.print here within this one. Instead of writing gs.print, I am actually taking that output using this return line. The return will pass output. these are called parameters. These parameters will take input. These are inputs. This one, first name, F name, and L name are inputs. Full name is an output. See here I've used two L's here. I've used only one L here. Getting my point, guys? You are able to understand about return lines. The return should always be in the end of the function. This return line should always be in the end of the function. Okay. You are getting my point, right? Okay. I will show you one more example. So I'm just taking an output called, I'm just creating a function called is email, is email function. So I'm taking the email as an input, email as an input. So here I am just passing Uday Kishore. So Uday Kishore is an email. Ramesh Kumar at gmail.com is an email. Yes. Is it an email? Okay, this is an email. This is not an email. Okay. So this is email function I am taking here. Instead of full name, what I am doing is I am just passing the emails as an input. If that is actually email or not, we'll have to identify. Okay. Here you are passing string, right? Full quotes, string. If EMA dot index of at the rate greater than -1 and EMA dot index of .com greater than -1. Okay. I'm just taking a variable where is mail is equal to false. I'm taking boolean value. Now I'm just adding here is mail is equal to true. Okay. The else part is mail is equal to false. Is mail. Okay. Now you can see the return I am passing output here. So first one is not an email. Then you will get false. First one false. Second one is email. Third one false. Fourth one is okay. So here I haven't written this script multiple times. I've written one time. I'm using that multiple times. Getting my point? Okay. Now what I am doing is I have a requirement. I have a requirement. from this particular shipping case form, I'm creating a field called external emails. External emails. Okay. I've created a field called. So in this email, in this field, they can enter external emails. Uday Kishore at gmail.com. If they are entering any wrong email, they are entering any incorrect mail, we should show an error message that you are entering an invalid email. Kindly provide the valid email addresses. So this field value we will take. When we take this particular field value, you will get a string data type, string type. Now I am actually taking here where external emails, this is a variable I am taking here, is equal to Uday Kishore @gmail.com. Uday Kishore, Ramesh @ucs.com. Mahesh Babu. So this is the value, the string value, we are getting it from the field. I'll tell you that how to take the field value and all. Okay, this has invalid emails or not? This has invalid emails or not? Yes, right? So we have to understand if this has invalid emails or not using script. Getting my point? First of all, I am converting this into array. Dot split. Comma. This will become an array, right? I'm using for loop here. Okay, ARR emails dot length. Okay. So remember this point, guys, here. If ARR emails index of I, hmm, so what I'm doing is I am just calling this function here, this email function. This email function, instead of directly passing the email, I am passing the email from an array. You understand this one here? I'm just converting string into array, comma separatedly. I'm looping through each comma separated one. udaykishore@gmail.com. So first time it will go to this length, it will take it as 4. First time it will take udaykishore gadiparthi@gmail.com. What it says, it will say true. Getting my point? When it comes to the Uday Kishore, it will say false. Getting my point? If it is true, fine. If it is false, means invalid email found, right? Use not here. Not true means false. If it is false, or you can just mention here equal to false. Yes dot print break. Getting my point? What I'm doing here, I am calling the function here, is email function. What is the expected output here? Okay, here we should pass. We are passing it, right? Invalid email address found. Let us say here, okay, if invalid email address found, it will say invalid email address found. If invalid email address is not found, it will keep as it is. Okay, getting my point. So what I am doing is I am looping through each email. This one is an email or not, I am checking. If it is email, it will say true. If it is not email, it will say false. If it is false, invalid email found, and I am breaking there itself. You are getting my point, what I am doing and all. So return will actually pass the output, guys. You see, if I give you A plus B, you are giving me C value. See, if I give 5 value, you are taking 5 value. So you are adding these two. You are giving me 10. 10 is an output. Return will give the output 10. You are getting my point. Why did I use this function here? Hmm? Guys, clear, right? I've called this function. Inside the function, I am passing every email. If that is an email or not, this is actually passing. If that is an email or not, this is actually giving the output. If it is email, it is passing here as true. If it is not email, it is passing here as false. If it is false, I am saying that invalid email found and breaking the loop here. Getting my point? Hmm? That is the that is how we will use JavaScript functions. JavaScript functions are reusable code. Reusable code. Instead of writing the same code multiple times, what do we do is we'll create a function and we'll execute that code multiple times. Hmm? See, everything we have learned, guys, here. Whatever you can see, this is string equal to. variable declaration, split method, for loop. In the for loop, if condition, we have discussed everything that is there in the JavaScript. Okay, this is clear, right? I give you a string which has numbers and strings. Okay. Hmm. I have to separate. I have to separate numbers and strings. So this completely is totally a string. If I split it, 22 is also a string. 33 is also a string. 56 also a string. And Uday is also a string. Kishore is also a string. Gadiparthi is also a string. Even if you split it, everything is a string. Getting my point? So I'm splitting it. I'm splitting it. If I loop through each record, gs.print type of index I. So everything is a string, right? Hmm? Split the string, everything is a string, right? Hmm? So everything is a string. Then where is the number to separate? Hmm? I'm converting everything into number. Because what is happening is that if you convert, you know, if you split the string, it will become a piece of strings. We need to understand here. First three we can consider as numbers. First three we can consider as numbers. Next three we can consider as likewise we can split it. Strings and numbers I separated it, right? So what I have taken here is from the string, first three I considered as numbers. Then I have written logic here. I less than or equal to true. I less than or equal to 2 means till second index, these are numbers. After second index, all are strings. Strings I have taken in a separate array. Numbers I have taken in a separate array. Okay. So these data types are important, guys. Okay. Okay. There will be these data types are actually the important ones. We have to understand. Clear, right? Why do we use functions and all? Hmm? Okay. So we'll discuss rest of them in tomorrow session next. Hmm? You guys are able to understand. Functions is a piece of reusable script. Okay. Variable is a reusable value. Getting my point? So if I give you a email, if that is a valid email or not, if I give you a list of emails, those are valid emails or not, you can identify it, right? Using all our concepts. If I give you a list of emails in a string type or array type, if I give it in a string type, I'll use split method. If I directly give you, I don't have to use split method. I can use directly for loop and loop through each value, and each value is an email or not. You can check it using function, right? Hmm? So we'll discuss some more details in tomorrow session. Okay. And we'll be getting into the ServiceNow part from day after tomorrow onwards. Tomorrow also we'll be discussing JavaScript only. Okay. See guys, these are the JavaScript things will be using in ServiceNow, not more than that. If you want to explore JavaScript even more, definitely you can explore. That is your wish. Okay. So whatever I'm trying to cover here is sufficient. I think this will give you to step up your game. This JavaScript knowledge will give you step up your game to next level. Okay, I've shared some knowledge, right? You can use this knowledge to learn even more advanced JavaScript. That will be useful for your life, right? Hmm? Okay. So Anusha, that will be discussing tomorrow. Okay. Hmm? Dikshita, I'll be explaining that in a tomorrow session. I'm not feeling well today. Okay. Anil, you too. Okay. Thank you guys. Thank you all.